When someone is dying of hunger or thirst, is there a point of no return, after which they are still alive, but if they were given food or water their body would not be able to absorb it fast enough to survive? I became severely dehydrated and nearly died. I was having seizures, my veins collapsed, etc., and the only reason I'm alive is because they put saline directly into my jugular. Spent 2 weeks in the hospital, but I was essentially on death's door and still recovered fully. I was pretty lucky though. I know someone who survived the Holocaust. On the day he was rescued from the concentration camp, he was so famished and malnutritioned that if they had given him food he could have died. Instead, he was given a piece of a chocolate bar which he melted in his mouth. He tells the story better. Sort of. There is a point where you will almost certainly vomit if you try to eat solid food or drink too much for your now shrunken stomach to hold. At this point of malnutrition and dehydration, you will be given intravenous fluids and nutrients to keep you alive, and be given a strict regimen of liquid and pureed foods to ingest, until you can be weaned back onto solid foods again. I have a small piece of petrified bread. Yes, you read that right. It is light as a chunk of drywall and rock hard. A far-removed family member held it when she died of starvation in WW2. She was eating it, but it just wasn't feeding her fast enough or properly. She was just a child. The chunk of bread has been passed down to family members and now it's with me. There comes a point with dehydration where your kidneys fail. If we're talking about a survival situation, this would be the point of no return. If not and you can get proper medical attention, you could survive, albeit a few kidneys short. If your body is a car, water is the oil. If you run a car without oil, the engine will seize up and it's done. Same thing will happen to the body. Body can last very long without food. Not so much without water. I remember that dehydrated PPL need to drink warm water because it absorbs faster than cold one, which apparently needs to be warmed up by body first before it gets absorbed. I assume kidney problems and toxin concentration becomes a big issue that can't be fixed by a glass of water in a moment.